Hi everyone, it's Rivka Malka and I'm here with our dear friend Sarah Fisch from Brooklyn.
Hi.
It's great to be here with you. We are on 21 journeys where we introduce you to 21 of our students, past and present, so you can get a taste of this incredible journey that it is to become a coach, to discover who you're meant to be, to help other people in incredible, magnificent ways, and to go on your own journey of self-discovery. So we're here now. School starts July 25th. You could sign up at rivkamalka.com. And we are literally here to give you a taste of coaching, a taste of what's possible, and to whet your appetite for some more work, because the way that I look at it is it's beautiful. It's a ripple effect for the whole world, for yourself, for your family, and for the people that you're going to help. And it's very special for us to see who's going to walk in the door of our school, God willing, this round. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Sarah. Sarah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 10 minutes of interview, and then we'll head into 10 minutes of coaching. Does that work for you?
Amazing.
Okay, awesome. Tell us about yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Fisch. I live in Brooklyn, New York. First of all, thank you for having me on here. And I'm just like hearing you talk about the woman coming into coaching school. And I'm just so excited for all these women because I feel like it's just such a beautiful journey. And I'm just really excited for them. Like, I'm so grateful that I went in and did this. So I've been a student in your school. I received my certificate recently, I don't know, a month ago. And it's been the most incredible experience learning about coaching and really getting a chance to enhance my own work that I've done before and that I keep on doing. I feel like it just brought it down like on a whole new level, like being able to integrate it like from another like perspective, like as a coach, but also like doing my own work. And you know what you say, Rivka Malka, is just so true. Like you can only take other people as far as you go. So for me, it's just like so important for myself and my own life and my own like relationships and family, and to see like how far this work has taken me, and also like knowing that I want to like bring this further and bring more of this into the world for other women. So
thank you for that. That's amazing. Thank you for wanting that. Sarah, you mentioned something so interesting that hasn't been mentioned before, which is that you got your certification. Could you share what that's like? Because that was a lot of hard work.
Sure. So it's such a moment of, I guess, gratitude and also like being proud of myself, because going into coaching is actually like a dream that I've had, not in the words of coaching, but I literally remember being 16 and like I remember where I was, and I remember like knowing that this is something that I want to do. Like I want to, at the time it was like I want to help other teenagers, but it morphed as I morphed and grow and evolve. And for a very long time, I knew that I wanted to do this. And then when I got the first email about coaching school 6 months before I joined, like the round before mine, I got an email and I was like looking through the curriculum and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is amazing. Like I want in, but I was too scared to go in, you know, and it felt like such a big deal, like for me to claim that and own that and honor that. And you know, I always had this belief that there's a certain like space that I need to be in to be able to actually show up for others. And 6 months later, when I got the email again, I went in like terrified. I was like, okay, like I know that I need to do this. I want to do this. And I only committed for the first 3 months. So, and I was like, you know, like I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my own healing. I'm doing this for my own work. And let's see where this goes. It just felt like less scary to do that. And yeah, the rest is history, because after the first class, I'm like, I feel like I'm home. Like this is everything that I want. So yeah, it was real, like, I'm just so grateful that I like did it. And it was just like, it gave me so much, like the whole year, like of coaching school.
It's so amazing. Wow. I totally get that about you, by the way, just knowing your heart a little bit, that you would be like attuned. I want to help people. And even when you're a teenager, it's so interesting. And yeah, it just makes sense about you. And for clarification, our school used to be a year. And what we've done now is we actually made it 6 months and more intensive with more supervision. and working on getting ICF accreditation. So it's more condensed. And I just want to give you a lot of credit for going through the whole year, plus getting all your hours, plus taking that exam. What was it like to gather all those hours of experience?
So I actually loved it so much. Like I think like that was the biggest gift of like going like practicing the skills right away, and really like even just like having the breakout rooms like at the end of class to integrate what we learned and practice it, and then getting a chance to actually like do coaching in for free, peer coaching that felt like less intimidating. Like we're both in this together, you know, in the beginning, and just like I don't know, it was the most incredible experience to just start like experiencing what it's like, and what it feels like to just like be a messenger like that, and bringing Hashem into the picture. Like also just like the way that we learned about coaching was just so meaningful, how we're just a shaliach, like Hashem is the healer, and just being like facilitating that and guiding that, and I don't know, it just feels really like humbling but like honorable to be able to do that.
Yes. Wow. Wow. I love that word, honorable. Yeah. And I like how you explain, like it can be intimidating, but you stepped into this space right away and you found yourself at home and you can do it. Could you tell us what you're doing now with coaching, and like what is your kind of your special gift? What's important to you?
Sure. So first of all, like I feel like I want to say that like I'm growing every day, and like so as I grow and evolve, like my coaching grows and evolves, and it's like I feel like it's one and the same, you know, like we bring ourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm working on building my business right now, in beginning stages, and what I'm so passionate about is really like helping women like come back to themselves and connect to themselves and see themselves and their beauty and their divinity and their like infiniteness. And to me, like that's just everything, because when you come back to yourself, then everything shifts. Your relationships like is something like, for me, like seeing the ripple effects of me coming back to myself, and it's an always like journey, but how my relationships have like shifted in the most like beautiful ways. Like that's just like what I want. And like I also like what I love about coaching school, and what I also love is bringing like the mind, body, soul together, like, you know, the Hashem piece and the ourselves piece, and what we know, but integrating it inward, like that, all of it is just so important to me.
Wow. Wow. Amazing how you have the clarity that working on yourself, ironically, helps your relationships. You would think it would make you self-centered, but your best self shows up differently.
Yeah. And it's not one without the other. We work in a relationship, we come back, like it's together, you know, it has to be together.
Yeah, I love that you bring that. Oh my goodness. If people want to reach you, is there an email that they can reach you at?
Sure. BSD, like based on BSD, Sarah, SARAH @gmail.com.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Wow. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful to just hear how you've taken this learning and owned a piece of yourself. Like what's coming through is just a lot of like healthy pride in your accomplishments. It's not so easy to get certification. We really can be rigorous with our students because we want them to have experience, and you did it. And yeah, it looks good on you. It's like a gorgeous coat on you. I love it.
Thank you. I'm just always like so grateful that I did it, and like just for what the school gave me.
Oh, we're grateful to have you. Are you ready for some coaching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we spoke about this a little bit before, and I asked Sarah, what kind of coaching do you want her to do? And she said she wants to do a bit of process work. Process work is a bit of going inwards. So that's where we're going to head. And we're just going to have 10 minutes. So we might do like a little dip inwards, and instead of a full session, but we're going to hop in there. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, great. So whenever we coach, we like to start with either a prayer or an intention, so we know where we're heading. Do you want to open?
Sure. Hashem, just thank you for being here, and help me hear what I need to hear, and integrate what I want to integrate. I don't know what that is, but
That's the fun part. Yeah. Okay. So because you don't know what that is, let's just start with a breath, a nice long exhale. Yeah. And let the body get settled. And just feel a little bit of quiet coming over you, wherever it lands on your chest or, just inside your belly, just quietness. Another exhale. Yeah. And from this place, let rise any words that you want to say, whatever wants to be brought to the table that you want to work on.
Sure. So I feel like I want to work maybe on more security within myself. The word confidence is coming, but I think it's really like more of a deeper sense of security within myself. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, wonderful. So do you like the word security? Does that feel good to you? Or confidence?
In a way, like maybe none of those, but more like a centeredness and a groundedness, and like an inner knowing.
An inner knowing. Okay, awesome. And I'm just going to say the words inner knowing. And if you had like a vibrational scale, like am I like leaping towards this? Give me a 1 to 10. Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah wants to have inner knowing.
Yes. And it's like, it's the inner knowing is there, but the inner like owning what I know, or like honoring it, like, or staying true to it.
Great. So it's not just having an inner knowing, there's more to it. So I'm going to say it again and just check how it lands. Okay. Sarah wants to be grounded in honoring her inner knowing.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind giving me a 1 to 10? Is that okay?
Yeah, 8.
Okay. It's an 8.
And I'm just saying 8 and not 10 because it feels like a very grounded, like yes, it's not like, oh my gosh, yeah, like it's just like,
Okay.
like embodying that in a sense. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's so deep. Part of your groundedness is to not go off the charts. It's to stay grounded. Like an 8 is just right. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's good and okay to go off the charts and important, but I don't know, right now it just feels like, yes, like the soft yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Can you give me those words again in your own words this time?
Sure. With my name, like saying
However
like,
it feels comfortable to you.
I'd like to be grounded and like honor my inner knowing and be confident in it.
Yeah. Gorgeous. So I actually want to acknowledge to you that it takes a lot of inner knowing to get on a recording and say, I'd like to find my inner knowing. Like, it sounds to me like there are things that you know about yourself that are allowing you to say this. So can you just take a moment to say, what is it that you know?
Sure. I know that I'm a beautiful human being and I'm a piece of Hashem. And one thing I was actually feeling, in all full disclosure, quite nervous before this interview because this is not, maybe it's a new part of me that's emerging, but it's not like an old part of me. And I just told myself, like, all I need to do is be myself. So I guess that's like, and that inner knowing is that my inner knowing may be different than your inner knowing or than another person's inner knowing, but it's mine. And that's all like I need to know, as long as obviously I'm in alignment with, my values and Hashem and, what's right for the people around me, then I want to be able to like just stay centered within my inner knowing.
Wow. I actually just took that in. I have a little drawer here. I'm going to take out my pen and write down some of what you said. Please forgive me, I didn't have paper ready beforehand, but there's so many things that you're saying. My inner knowing is different than your inner knowing, which is gorgeous. You're a beautiful child of God, beautiful child of Hashem. You're a beautiful human being. I just have to stay in alignment. And part of that alignment is that it's in alignment with the people around me. It works. It's true. It's
Yeah,
not
like there's respect. There's like a flow,
Yeah. There's respect and there's a flow. Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful knowing. So I'd love for you to find an embodiment, meaning like a place within your body or a way that you'd like to place your body, maybe shoulders back or head up or down, however it feels right to you, that embodies this inner knowing. Are you in
It
there
almost
now?
feels like I need to close my eyes. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
It almost feels like when I, yeah, like the posture that I'm in now, like my shoulders back, like, being open, my head straight, like not afraid, not, looking to the sides. And almost like with a hand on my heart, but really like what helps me is really just tune inward. So sort of like almost close my eyes and like breathe in. And that's like what it feels like to be connected to myself.
Okay. Let's do that now.
Okay.
Okay. Neck straight, head up, eyes closed, hand on heart, centered, grounded. And in this position, I'm going to read to you some of the things that you said, and then when I'm done, then you'll say them in your own words. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, you have inner knowing. What you know is that you're a beautiful human being. You're a beautiful child of Hashem. That your inner knowing is different than anyone else's inner knowing, and that's not only okay, that is good. As long as you're in alignment with yourself, respectful of the people around you, and that there's a flow of knowing yourself and being with others.
Yeah. So I actually want to say it with my eyes open because
Yeah,
like
you want to own it?
that.
Yeah.
And I
Can you
have an
actually say it looking straight into your own eyes in the camera? Like, this is your
sure.
knowing.
Yeah, I have an inner knowing, and my inner knowing is just my inner knowing and not anyone else's inner knowing. And as long as I stay in alignment with my values, with Hashem and with the people around me, and there's just that respect and that flow, my inner knowing is mine, and it's beautiful and it's godly.
Yeah. Amazing. That was gorgeous. So, staying with your inner knowing, please do not leave it. What is one thing that could take you away from this beautiful place?
Honestly, people's opinions that differ.
Okay. So let's just play with that right now. Just feel people's opinions, hear them in your mind, or yeah. And what does that look like? People's opinions.
I think like when I'm thinking about other people's opinions, when I'm in this embodied space, I'm like, it's okay. Like,
It's okay.
I don't.
Okay. Great. So you have an inner knowing. People's opinions can come and go. They can want to knock you over. You can have a response that it knocks you away from your inner knowing, but you can also stay with your inner knowing.
Yeah, and there's like also there's an openness like to looking at things and being like, does this resonate? Does this feel good? Does this not? But like it's not like it must be this way. Like my inner knowing can shift and change and evolve, but it's still coming back to myself and not being unafraid when someone else has a strong, different opinion that doesn't match mine.
That's amazing. Amazing. I just want to acknowledge that you're a person who is always aware of other people. That's a tremendously kind heart. Like, even as you're claiming yourself, you're saying, and maybe they have something to offer me. I'm not closing off. I just think that's amazing. I'm staying open.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's unusual because sometimes we feel like in order to own myself, I must like, come in like a bulldozer for myself. But when I hear you talk, I'm like, oh, that's so wonderful. Like, part of yourself is that you are open to people. You just don't want to lose yourself.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, awesome. So wrapping up here, what is one awesome action that you can do to firm up this place inside of you?
This is what's coming to me. I think that next time I hear something or I even like I'm thinking of something like, doubting my own inner knowing, then I want to almost like come back to this embodiment and remember what this feels like and look at it, ask myself, does this resonate? Does this feel right? And if not, then come back to myself, and I want to like coach myself through it even, and not like need to ask like anyone for the reassurance or the validation that it makes sense and that it's okay to like still honor what I know. Like I want to just like be
Yeah.
like, I got this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it okay to honor what I know? What's the answer?
Of course.
Okay.
Not only is it okay, it's actually like important.
It's really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. So I just want to check in with you as we wrap up. Is there anything else you want to say about this inner knowing that will just like take it like one notch deeper, cement it inside of you? And if not,
Uh,
if just the whatever you want.
yeah, I actually want to say what's coming to me is that that inner knowing is really Hashem's voice. Hashem speaks through us, and I just want to remember that as well. That it's not like just me as a person, but it's actually like me as a piece of Hashem. So that just feels like as well remembering how we're all so unique and different, and like that's literally the point for us to all be different and not need to be like another person or do things like another person.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Sorry, you've done amazing work here and also given a great gift just to be able to hear you say, like, we're supposed to be different. You know, it's just music to my ears. It's music to everyone's ears. Like, yeah, you're supposed to be different. This is the piece of Hashem that you are in the world. That inner knowing is beyond, not just valuable, it's the piece that you are. You cannot afford to ignore it. You can't deny that piece of Hashem. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. If you're looking for coaching and feel like I want that inner knowing, you can go to Sarah. If you're wishing to have that incredible feeling of pride, of accomplishment, that you have literally like taken your potential and worked at it and become a coach yourself, you can join our school. July 25th, we start training. You can find us at rivkamalka.com. And Sarah, this was awesome.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. This was such a beautiful conversation, and I'm so glad that we had it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You're amazing. Thank you, everyone. You should have a gorgeous day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.